Hey, what's happening? Today we're going to be preparing one of my family's absolute favorites, chicken cordon bleu with a tender, thin slice artisan ham, melty Gruyere cheese, and a tangy cream sauce. And we're going to make it meat mode style. So let's get started. Okay, we're going to get our ingredients together. We'll be using 3 ounces of ground pork rinds. You can grind your own in a food processor or buy prepared pork rind crumbs. There's a few brands out there that you can find. Get these in a bowl and set aside for later in the recipe. Next, we're going to slice our ham nice and thin. I'm using a well-marbled artisan ham here. You want at least 2 slices per chicken roulade or roll. For the cheese, you can use Swiss, Emental, or Gruyere like I'm using here. Something with a nutty flavor works great for this dish. It's time to pound out our chicken breast nice and thin between 2 pieces of plastic. Make sure to leave some room on the ends for expansion while you're pounding out this chicken breast. Next, we're going to prepare our chicken rolls. So we're going to start by laying down a fresh piece of plastic wrap. Take that thin pounded chicken breast. We're going to make sure to season both sides generously with fresh ground salt and pepper. Seasoning is going to help us enhance the flavors of the dish and make everything that much more flavorful. So we've got our pounded chicken breast seasoned well. We're going to layer a couple pieces of ham, a thin sliced ham we made earlier, and slices of Gruyere cheese. You can probably fit at least 2 slices on there, maybe 3. You just want to leave about 1.5 inches or 2 inches at the bottom part of that chicken breast so that you have something to adhere to at the bottom. As you're rolling up, you'll be able to just kind of tuck everything inside, leaving that bottom part of the seam. So we're going to use that plastic wrap to help us roll everything together. Lift the edge of that, pressing against the chicken breast, the ham, and the cheese. Kind of tuck everything back in if things start to squeeze out. And just keep using that plastic wrap to help you tuck it all inside. Form it with your hands as you move along, pulling that plastic wrap away. And you'll end up with a nice tight roll. Kind of like a burrito, but you don't have to worry about tucking in the sides there. This next move is going to help us close up those edges. So after we get everything rolled, we're going to grab the edges of the plastic wrap and spin that chicken breast, holding the edges, and that'll kind of help cinch up the ends of that package and making sure that everything. Okay, we're going to place the chicken in the fridge for about 10 minutes to allow it to set up. Let's get our oven preheated to 400 degrees. And we're going to cube up some grass-fed butter and melt it. You're going to want to set up your workstation with your melted butter, ground pork rinds in separate bowls. Take that chicken out of the fridge, unwrap each piece, and we're going to first roll them around in that melted butter. And then we're going to dredge them in the pork rind crumbs, making sure that everything's adhering and it's nice and coated. Should work pretty well. That cold chicken will create a nice adherence for that melted butter and that pork rinds. And you're going to transfer that to a parchment lined baking sheet, or you can line it with aluminum foil if that's better for you. These are going to bake in the oven at 400 degrees for about 25 to 30 minutes, or until a thermometer inserted in the chicken reads 165 degrees. While the chicken's cooking, we're going to get our sauce started over medium heat. In a pan, we'll put 1.5 cups of heavy cream, 2 tablespoons of Dijon, and let that simmer until it thickens, stirring constantly. We'll add in salt and pepper to taste, and once that reaches your desired consistency, we can pull that off the heat and save it. Chicken's looking delicious. Really important to clean up after you've been dealing with raw chicken before we plate and serve our meal. We're going to let the chicken rest for 5 minutes once it's out of the oven. Crispy and cheesy, just like we want it. Finish with your delicious sauce, and you're ready to serve your meat mode version of the classic Chicken Cordon Bleu. Alright, let me know how this recipe works for you. Send me your questions and comments, and subscribe if you haven't already joined the community. Looking forward to hearing from you.